Now as you can see, the lines have definitely become straight. You can even see how this is parallel to this. So that's basically the magic of 2-point perspective in SketchUp. Apart from that, you can even go ahead and select field of view. Now what field of view does is it lets you add more into one particular, in one particular view, or kind of, reduce that and kind of increase the distance to kind of get a very big, kind of a very vast looking room. So what do you really think is a believable field of view is what you should actually be going for. So if I set this to, let's say, around, you can see down over here, or you can even just type directly, let's say 50, enter. So I'll just go and type 50, enter, and that's basically 50. And maybe that would be a little bit more believable field of view, where we can actually see everything very clearly. You can actually see how scene 1 looks, and this is scene 1 at 69 degrees field of view, and when I change it to 50, basically the scene 1 changes, so we cannot have that scene 1 anymore. But let me definitely go ahead and just zoom in like that, and you can see how it becomes very close. And because we're not able to stay in this room in such a low field of view, that's why we have enhanced the field of view. But I think if we leave it something like a close-up shot, maybe just with the things like this can be a very nice view as well. And you can definitely add and subtract things what you want and you don't want in the view. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I think this looks very nice. This way it's close up, we get the good glossiness look over here. You've got the tub, you've got all the looks of everything. If you definitely want to add some of the the storage area over here, you can even go ahead and do that as well. So I'll just go ahead and keep it something like this, and I think that's great. Now once this is set, I can actually go ahead and add this view as a view as well. So this is the view. This is the scene 3 which we had set over here, and then you have 2 which is from here and 1 which is from here. These are 2 new scenes that we have set, and what we're going to do is we're going to leave these scenes for you guys in the model itself. But if you all want to create it on your own, then definitely go ahead and try to do that as well. I think I'll go ahead and first of all try to set up this scene. So this is of course SketchUp settings, but I'm just teaching you this so that your V-Ray view looks good as well. Now once I'm ready with this, I actually want to go ahead and take out a view. So let's go and simply get that rendered. Now before we kind of finalize the view and finalize this render, just with the test coming out, I think we can see some kind of changes that we should be doing. Maybe the light over here is too much, and so is the black over here in the stone. It's not really bringing that matte look out. I think we can do with a good different look over here as well. So I'm just going to stop this for now, and let's switch on interactive and let's take a render for that. And what I want to do is I'm actually going to edit some of the lights just to see how that looks. Now remember, unless and until you do not see how things are looking, you cannot really take decisions, right? So once I'm actually gone here, let me just quickly go ahead and go to lights, and let's see how the lights are basically looking. So this is one over here. Let's suggest this one, or let's reduce the intensity. And that did reduce it slightly, definitely. Let's see what this one does. So of course, if you just click on the light, it will select the one over here, but you can see this is actually giving us a little better because it's not that not that open, and it's not that bright. It's more like a little, it's keeping the entire look a little dull, and that's what we're looking for, because the white is going to brighten up the whole space too much. We don't want it to over go look at. Now I think we can do something with the flooring over here as well. With the tiles over here, I think the bump is a little too much, and maybe we can even adjust the scale a little bit think the scale is a little small. They're looking like really not like big tiles. So I'll just go ahead and increase that to 1 meter each. .2 meter. Let's see how that works out. I think 1.2 by 1.2 would be sufficient enough. Also here I think the bump can be reduced. It's a little too much with being, I think that 1.48 would be fine. Apart from that, let's come here. Now this material, as you can see, let it just come up. The granite over here is not really what we're kind of looking for, so we need something which is a little bit more I think dark in color. And what I'm going to just simply stop this over here, just kind of check that material out itself. When things get heavy, you just need to kind of shut them down and make sure that you're not really running too many applications at once and things like that. Now you can see over here even the drawers have become black, but that's not what we want. We actually want the drawers to be white, something like that. That's definitely what we're looking at. And we just look from down as well. Now when I select this particular stone material, I'm just going to see what we can do with it. Maybe we can really increase the the opacity, increase the reflection or the reflection, and so here I'm actually going to increase reduce the reflection, so we get a more dark one, and I'm going to increase the glossiness. And I'm going to actually switch off this bump right now. You can see how that's looking, very slate like metallic type. So just very slight. That's what it's supposed to look like. Very slight bump, very slight. That's it. I think that's good enough. And I don't think there should be more texture than this in the whole thing. We can actually reduce that a little bit. I think just 0.12 is fine. It's actually a big difference altogether. Now we'll just go back into 1, and we have 3 also. So let me just go ahead and simply take out a render of this particular look, and I think we'll be able to see something really nice. So let's just go straight for that. And once let this render get done, and we'll then see what we can achieve. So I'll see you guys then. Take care. Hey guys, so as you guys can see, we have reached this level over here. Now we have a couple of things which we can edit and kind of make it look a little bit different. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just check out what we can do to adjust those settings. So I think here we can maybe do it a little light. Maybe the light is a little too much over here, so we can obviously adjust all of these with even the exposure settings. But of course, if we go ahead and we use the show controls over here, I'm just going to do a very small adjustment just to show you what we can do. Now as you can see over here, we have the exposure. The first thing I want you guys to see is you can simply click on the second button over here, which is basically the force color clamping, and what this does is it shows you where light is not being proper. So over here what you want to do is you just want to kind of reduce the highlight burns like this, and what's going to happen is you're actually going to have the entire kind of the tones kind of just created and kind of removed up altogether. You can actually see that, and what that does is you can see the difference already in it. What I'm going to do is just simply hide that now and remove and show you that difference. So that kind of just cools the whole image altogether. That's a very important thing what you must do. Now because of the highlight burn being reduced, what happens is the exposure kind of goes out a little bit as well. So we can actually increase that just slightly enough so it's not too bright, And over here then you've got the contrast. Definitely to get that little deep dark color back in, you can simply go ahead and control that as well, and you can see this difference from this, and that's a very major difference that we could easily do just using a little bit a little touches over here. So don't worry about how the end up the exposure is happening or where the light is looking more, but definitely we can do a lot of different edits and post-production edits in Vray itself to actually get you the kind of view that you're looking for. Apart from that, I think the tiles over here look really good, the wood over here as well. So I think that's great, guys. I'll see you guys in the next topic, where we're going to take out our final renders and we're going to do a lot of nice post-production look to it and really get the kind of look that we need. Take care.